Atlanta isn't just a city, it's a proving ground, a cultural engine, and the one place in America where Black women have turned influence into architecture. Inside its gated communities, the queens of Black Mecca have built homes that look less like residences and more like declarations of self-made power. These are the women who shaped the soundtrack, the style, and the entrepreneurial blueprint of the South, and their mansions reflect that energy in ways you won't see anywhere else. Some designed homes around their businesses, some turned renovation battles into triumphs, and others built estates that rival celebrity compounds in Los Angeles or Miami. But each mansion tells a story, and each story reveals how far these women climbed to create a legacy that can be lived in, touched, and passed down. And trust me, the deeper we go into this list, the more extreme the scale becomes. Let's start the countdown. Number 10. The Monster Mansion, Shereé Gates. We begin our journey in the world of high-stakes hustle. In Atlanta, there is a specific kind of wealth that comes from the beauty industry: glam squads, microblading empires, and cosmetic lines. And sitting at the top of that food chain is Shereé Gates. Known to millions from Love and Hip Hop, Atlanta, Shereé's story is the ultimate started-from-the-bottom narrative. A teen mom who was kicked out of her home, she built a multi-million-dollar beauty empire from scratch. And when it came time to buy a home, she didn't want something subtle. She wanted a monster. Shereé famously purchased a massive estate that she dubbed the Monster Mansion. This property represents the sheer volume of new money flowing through Atlanta's beauty sector. While the exact location is kept private for security, the scale of the home is undeniable. From the street, the monster is imposing. It features a classic, almost institutional architecture: massive columns, a sprawling footprint, and a motor court designed to handle a fleet of luxury SUVs. But it's the energy of the purchase that lands it on this list. Shereé bought this home to house not just her family, but her operations. The interior is a testament to the glam aesthetic. We are talking about high-gloss floors, crystal chandeliers in every room, and a kitchen that is always camera-ready. For a reality star and influencer, the home is a set. Every wall is a potential backdrop for a brand deal. One of the standout features of the Monster is the space for entrepreneurship. Shereé didn't just buy a house, she bought a headquarters. The estate has enough square footage to host training seminars for her microblading academy, turning her living room into a boardroom. The backyard is equally impressive, featuring a resort-style pool where Shereé hosts the kind of pool parties that make the producers of Love and Hip Hop drool. It is a space designed for celebration, a place where a woman who once had nothing can look out over her kingdom and know that she paid for every brick with her own hands. Shereé's mansion is the perfect entry point because it represents the hunger of Atlanta. It is big, it is loud, and it is proof that in this city, a beauty blender can build a palace. Number 9. The Boss Chick Estate, Rashida Frost. From the new hustle of Shereé Gates, we move to the established reign of the boss chick. Rashida Frost is an institution in Atlanta. A rapper turned fashion mogul, she and her husband Kirk Frost have been staples of the city's social scene for 2 decades. Their home, often featured on television, is a testament to longevity. While other stars rent mansions for filming, Rashida owns her dirt. And she owns a lot of it. The Frost Estate is a sprawling property located in the upscale suburbs, likely near the Camp Creek or Cascade area, known for its concentration of wealthy Black families. The house is a massive, multi-story structure that blends traditional Southern architecture with modern flair. But the real story here is the land. Reports and casual mentions on their show suggest the Frosts have access to significant acreage. Some sources even hint at a 60-acre compound, or at least access to vast rural retreats. In a city that is rapidly densifying, having land is the ultimate luxury. The interior of Rashida's home is a reflection of her personal style: bold, fashionable, and put together. The great room features soaring ceilings and massive windows that let in the Georgia sun. It is a house designed for a family that works together. The kitchen is the heart of the home, often the scene of family meetings and business strategy sessions for her pressed clothing boutiques, and Frost Bistro restaurant. It features commercial-grade appliances and a massive island, essential for a family that is constantly cooking and entertaining. One of the most next-level features is the closet. As a fashion icon who owns multiple boutiques, Rashida's closet is a warehouse of style. It is organized by color, brand, and accessory type. It is less a closet and more a personal archive of Atlanta hip-hop fashion history. The outdoor space is designed for the Frost family lifestyle, which involves ATVs, dirt bikes, and outdoor fun. The expansive driveway and surrounding land allow them to live a country lifestyle just minutes from the city. Rashida's estate lands at number 9 because it represents stability. In a city of fleeting fame, the boss chick has built a fortress that has stood the test of time, scandals, and changing trends. Number 8. The Hamptons, Marlo Hampton. At number 8, we visit the home of the woman who famously declared, "I may not have a peach, but I have the juice." Marlo Hampton. For years, Marlo was the friend of the show on The Real Housewives of Atlanta, known for her cutting insults and her mysterious wealth. But when she finally bought her forever home, she silenced the critics who asked, "Where does she live?" She calls it the Hamptons. Marlo didn't just buy a move-in ready mansion, she bought a project. She purchased a massive, somewhat dated estate and gutted it, turning it into a black and white temple of high fashion. The renovation process was documented extensively, showing Marlo in hard hats, screaming at contractors, the ultimate rite of passage for an Atlanta homeowner. The foyer of the Hamptons is a showstopper. It features a sweeping staircase and high-contrast decor. Marlo is known for her love of labels, and her home reflects that. It feels like the lobby of a Chanel boutique. But the most next-level feature of this house is, unsurprisingly, the closet. Marlo calls it l'archive. It is not just a place to store clothes, it is a museum. She converted a massive portion of the home's square footage into a climate-controlled space to house her millions of dollars in designer pieces. We are talking about racks of Fendi furs, shelves of Birkin bags, and cases of Alexander McQueen shoes. Marlo's home also features a glam room that rivals a professional salon, complete with shampoo bowls and salon chairs. For a woman whose brand is looking perfect, this is a business expense. The exterior of the home has been painted a crisp white, giving it a modern, fresh look that stands out in her neighborhood. The landscaping is manicured to within an inch of its life, reflecting Marlo's perfectionist tendencies. The Hamptons is on this list because it is a triumph of style over scale. It might not be the biggest house in Atlanta, but it is arguably the most curated. It is a home built by a woman who treats her living space as an extension of her outfit, and her outfit is always expensive. Number 7. Moore Manor, Kenya Moore. We move now to one of the most famous houses in reality TV history, the house that was built out of spite, resilience, and a need for modern lines in a traditional city. Moore Manor. Owned by former Miss USA Kenya Moore, this home is a character in itself. Located in Sandy Springs, practically within shouting distance of her rival Shereé Whitfield, Moore Manor is a testament to Kenya's vision. Kenya famously bought a distressed property, essentially a tear-down structure that looked like a haunted house in the woods, for a reported $515,000. Critics laughed. But Kenya, acting as her own general contractor, transformed the ruin into a modern glass masterpiece valued at over $2.5 million. The architecture of Moore Manor is distinct. Unlike the traditional southern mansions of her neighbors, Kenya went for modern Miami. The house is defined by steel, concrete, and massive panes of glass. The entrance features a steep, dramatic driveway that leads to a sleek, angular structure. Inside, the design is minimalist and cold, in a chic way. The floors are polished concrete and white marble. The walls are white. The furniture is sparse and sculptural. The kitchen is a highlight, featuring top-of-the-line German appliances and quartzite countertops that Kenya famously argued were better than marble. But the next-level feature of Moore Manor is the bathroom. Kenya designed a master bath that features a computerized toilet, a major talking point, and a shower system that rivals a spa. She famously said she wanted a bathroom where she could twirl all day. The topography of the lot is also unique. The house sits on a hill overlooking a dense forest. The back of the house is almost entirely glass, offering privacy and a feeling of living in a treehouse. Kenya's home is number 7 because it is a triumph of design. She took the ugliest house on the street and turned it into the most modern. It is a physical manifestation of her personality. Sharp, transparent, and built to survive the fire. Number 6. The Pampered Palace, Porsche Williams. At number 6, we visit the home that has been at the center of the most recent Atlanta drama, the mansion occupied by Porsche Williams. Porsche's journey has taken her from the suburbs to the penthouse and back to the suburbs. But her most recent residence, the home she shared with her estranged husband, Simon Gobadia, is a beast of a property. Located in a prestigious golf community, often cited as Sandy Springs or nearby, this mansion spans over 15,000 square feet. It is a Mediterranean-style fortress that screams new money. The exterior features a terracotta roof, stucco walls, and a motor court that looks like a hotel entrance. But it is the sheer volume of the house that is impressive. The interior features a 2-story great room with a Juliet balcony overlooking the living space. The chandeliers are massive. The columns are massive. Everything in the house is scaled up to say, "We have arrived." The kitchen is designed for a large family, with double islands and a breakfast nook that overlooks the pool. But the controversy makes it next level. Following her divorce filing, Porsche famously continued to live in the mansion, asserting her dominance over the space. The house became a battleground, a fortress where she filmed her return to reality TV. The amenities include a cigar room, a home theater, and a massive outdoor entertainment area with a pool and cabana. It is a house built for entertaining the elite of Atlanta. For Porsche, the Princess of Thoughtlandia turned sophisticated mother, this mansion represents her final form. It is a home that commands respect, a property so large that even a messy divorce can't shake its foundation. Number 5. The Dominican Palace, Cardi B. We interrupt the Housewives programming to bring you a global superstar who decided that Atlanta was the best place to build her family kingdom. Cardi B. Though she is from the Bronx, Cardi and her husband Offset, an Atlanta native, purchased a massive estate in the Buckhead, Sandy Springs area that puts most other celebrity homes to shame. They bought this 22,000 square foot mansion for nearly $5.8 million in 2019. It is a property that Cardi herself described as a dream. The architecture is European-inspired, looking like a French chateau dropped into the Georgia pines. The front facade is defined by towering columns, a symmetrical design, and a grand staircase leading to the front door. But the next level features are hidden inside. This house has a gun range. Yes, a dedicated indoor facility for target practice. In a world where celebrity security is paramount, Cardi and Offset have a fortress where they can train. The kitchen is a masterpiece of old-world luxury, featuring intricate wood cabinetry, a massive range hood, and enough space to feed an army. Cardi famously films her cooking videos here, struggling with crab legs while surrounded by millions of dollars of marble. The backyard is a private resort. It features an infinity pool that looks out over the tree canopy, offering complete privacy. There are terraces, outdoor fireplaces, and manicured gardens. The house also features a massive wine cellar, which Cardi likely uses to store her WAP wine, if that existed, or just expensive champagne. Cardi B's mansion is on this list because it represents the new Atlanta. It is the home of the global hip-hop elite who choose the South over Hollywood because here, they can get 22,000 square feet and a gun range for the price of a shack in Beverly Hills. Number 4. Lake Bailey, Cynthia Bailey. At number 4, we have a home that proves you don't need 20,000 square feet to be a queen. Sometimes, you just need peace. Welcome to Lake Bailey. Owned by supermodel Cynthia Bailey, this home is unique on our list because of its setting. While most Atlanta mansions are landlocked, surrounded by trees or fences, Cynthia's home sits directly on a lake in the Sandy Springs area. She purchased this home after her divorce from Peter Thomas, calling it her peace. And you can feel it. The house is designed to maximize the water views. The back of the house features multi-level decks that lead down to a private dock. Cynthia famously spends her time on her porch, sipping wine and looking at the water. It is a vacation home vibe in the middle of the city. The interior is model chic. Cynthia favors clean lines, white furniture, and massive photos of herself. She is a supermodel, after all. The living room features high ceilings and walls of windows that frame the lake. One of the standout features is the Mike Hill deck, or the massage deck, a space she added for wellness and relaxation. But why is Lake Bailey next level? Because of the boathouse lifestyle. Cynthia can take a boat out from her backyard. She hosts parties on the dock. In a city known for traffic and noise, owning a quiet waterfront property is the ultimate luxury. It represents Cynthia's independence. She bought it with her own money, named it after herself, and turned it into one of the most recognizable brands in the housewives universe. Number 3. Chateau Shereé, Shereé Whitfield. At number 3, we arrive at the legend, the myth, the house that took 5 years to build. Chateau Shereé. If there is one house that defines the Atlanta mansion game, it is this one. Shereé Whitfield didn't just build a house, she built a storyline. Located in Sandy Springs, practically sharing a driveway with Kenya Moore, the chateau is a massive, limestone beast. Shereé famously envisioned a home that rivaled the great estates of Europe, and despite financial delays and contractor drama, she finished it. The stats are impressive. The home is 10,000 square feet of Grand Dame energy. The front doors are massive, custom ironworks that open into a foyer with 20-foot ceilings. But the next level feature of Chateau Shereé is the basement. Shereé didn't build a man cave, she built a nightclub. The basement of the chateau features a full spa with a sauna and massage tables, a movie theater, and a dance floor that looks like a VIP section in Vegas. The decor is Shereé. It is opulent, heavy on the grays and silvers with chandeliers dripping from every available surface. The kitchen is a massive white marble affair where Shereé sips her She by Shereé water. The backyard was a saga in itself. For years it was just dirt, or dust, as her haters called it. But Shereé recently completed a massive landscaping project, installing a pool and gardens that finally match the grandeur of the house. Chateau Shereé is number 3 because of the sheer will it took to exist. It stands as a monument to Shereé's determination. She was mocked for the delays, but today, she sleeps in a 10,000 square foot palace that she built on her own terms. Number 2. The Vegan Empire, Pinky Cole. At number 2, we leave the world of entertainment and enter the world of pure, unadulterated business power. Pinky Cole. The founder of Slutty Vegan. Pinky Cole is the face of the new black wealth in Atlanta. She turned a food truck into a national empire, and her real estate moves reflect that explosive growth. Pinky and her husband, Derek Hayes, owner of Big Dave's Cheesesteaks, made headlines when they purchased a massive estate, and then proceeded to buy the block. While they own multiple properties, the landmark estate they purchased is a symbol of their reign. Reports indicate they bought a historic or massive property that serves as their family compound. But the real next-level flex is their strategy of buying commercial and residential real estate to gentrify their own neighborhoods for the better. Pinky's home life is set in a mansion that reflects her billionaire mindset. We are talking about a property with enough land to host community events, a home with a library where she writes her business books. The interior is likely a mix of modern luxury and African art, reflecting her woke entrepreneur brand. But why is she number 2? Because she represents the future. She isn't waiting for a royalty check, she is signing the front of the check. Her mansion is the headquarters of a movement. She bought the block to ensure that as Atlanta changes, the people who built it can still afford to live there. That is a queen move. Number 1. The underground compound, Kandi Burus. And finally, we arrive at number 1, the undisputed queen of Atlanta, Kandi Burus. Kandi is not just a housewife, She is a mogul, a Grammy-winning songwriter, a restaurateur, a Broadway producer, and her home is the physical embodiment of her "I don't stop" energy. Located in the Cascade area of Southwest Atlanta, Candy's estate is a sprawling compound that she bought for a steal and renovated into a resort. The main house is massive, featuring an indoor pool. Yes, a pool inside the living room, essentially. It has a red piano room that is iconic. But the reason Candy is number one is because of what lies beneath. Candy didn't just renovate the main house, she bought the property next door and connected them. But she didn't just build a path. Some say she built an underground tunnel connecting her home to her guest house entertainment complex. Why? Because she can. The guest house is bigger than most people's dream homes. It features a bowling alley, a recording studio, a wellness center. Candy's estate also features a restaurant-grade kitchen, fitting for the owner of Old Lady Gang. The master bedroom features a bed that looks like a throne, sitting on a raised platform. The estate is constantly evolving. Candy is always adding something new: a theater, a spa, a new wing. Candy Burus takes the top spot because her mansion is a world unto itself. She has everything she needs within her gates: food, entertainment, work, and wellness. It is the ultimate Black Mecca fortress, built by the woman who wrote the hits that the world sings along to. From bold renovation triumphs to lakefront sanctuaries, from dramatic design experiments to full-scale celebrity compounds, these mansions show exactly why Atlanta earned its title as Black Mecca. These women didn't just buy real estate, they built lifestyle statements, career trophies, and generational anchors, homes that turn ambition into architecture. Each estate on this list reflects a different version of success, but together, they show what Black excellence looks like when it's allowed to grow without limits. Which mansion impressed you the most? Tell us in the comments, hit that like button, and subscribe for more stories inside the world where culture, wealth, and legacy collide.